There was once a small village surrounded by green hills. At the edge of the village stood an old stone bridge. Beyond that bridge was a mountain. And at the top of that mountain, people said, was the most beautiful view in the entire valley. But there was one problem. The path to the mountain was steep, long, and difficult. Everyone in the village dreamed of seeing the view, but almost nobody ever went. One morning, a young man named Arun decided he would climb the mountain. He packed some food, filled his water bottle, and walked toward the bridge. But when he reached it, he stopped. He looked at the mountain. It seemed much taller than he had imagined. What if I can't make it? He thought. So he turned around. The next morning he came again. This time he thought, I should get better shoes first. So he went home. The following day, he told himself, I'll go when the weather is better. And slowly, days became weeks. One afternoon, Arun went to see the oldest man in the village. The old man was sitting beneath a banyan tree. Arun asked, why do I want to climb that mountain so badly? Yet every time I try, I turn back. The old man smiled. He picked up a small stone from the ground. Tell me, he said, is this stone heavy? Arun held it. No. The old man placed it in Arun's hand and said, then carry it with you to the mountain. Arun looked confused. But why? The old man simply replied, walk. So Arun began walking across the bridge, up the first hill. The stone was still in his hand. After some time, his legs became tired. He looked at the mountain. It still seemed impossibly far away. He almost turned back. Then he remembered the old man's words. Walk. So he took another step, then another. And slowly, something strange happened. The mountain didn't become smaller, but Arun became stronger. The path was still difficult. He was still afraid. But he was no longer standing at the bottom, imagining how hard the climb would be. He was actually climbing. By sunset, Arun reached the top. He looked across the valley. The village looked tiny below him. The river looked like a silver thread, and the sky was painted gold. He finally understood. The mountain had never been stopping him. The thought of climbing it had. He had spent weeks suffering through a journey. He had never even started. The next morning, Arun returned to the village. He gave the stone back to the old man. What was the lesson? He asked. The old man smiled. You kept asking yourself whether you could climb the whole mountain. He pointed toward the path. You only needed to ask, can I take the next step? And that is the mistake we often make with our own dreams. We look at the entire mountain, the career, the body, the business, the skill, the future, and become afraid before we even begin. So we wait, we prepare, we make excuses, but sometimes the mountain isn't asking you to reach the top today. It's only asking you to take one more step. Don't climb the whole mountain, just take the next step.